and then to have that impact in the last game, to score that goal. It was just amazing to remember that moment. I'm Mario Götze and I'm a professional football player. Yes, I was born in the south of Germany. I lived there for, I think, almost 6 years. We spent 2 years in Texas, came back to Germany again, and then we moved to Dortmund because my father got a job offer at the university in Dortmund. And then I started playing for Borussia Dortmund. I went to school there, spent, I think, almost my whole childhood there, and it had a big impact on my life. This club gave me like almost everything because I was very young when I started to play for Borussia Dortmund, and then I think with 17, Jürgen Klopp called me to come to the first team. I was lucky that my first coach was Jürgen Klopp back then. It was his second station as a coach. He built a completely new team. I was very young back then, and he helped me a lot. I think there were a few times he was very mad, especially like because he's very strict, like also off the pitch, but also on the pitch that everybody behaves in the right way, tactical wise, and so he corrected me a lot of times. I think that this picture describes it all because when I look back, I think it was one of the greater things I achieved so far because it was the first title I won. It was my first season. We had a great team, a great coach, great team spirit. The stadium was amazing, the fans were amazing. So this was pretty unique. And when I look back on all the trophies I've won, that's probably one of the one I remember the most. That transfer, when I moved from Dortmund to Bayern in 2013, I just wanted to make the next step. I wanted to work with Pep, I wanted to work with great players. I wanted to make the next step in my career, and I didn't think about all the other things around the transfer. But at that time I made that decision. It came out, the media, like all the stuff around it, like with the fans, with the police. I've never experienced something like this because for me it was like I grew up in that city with that club, with that team. We had a special connection, and all of a sudden like everything turned like upside down. So this was quite new for me. I had to handle that situation, so I've never experienced something like this, especially at that time. So it was like very strange for me to experience this kind of like comments and feelings at that time. Yeah. Especially during like my professional career, or when I had some bad moments in football, my family always stick to me, especially my wife. And now my son also, so family is probably, for me, my most important thing in my life, especially since I'm a father, so that's the best thing that happened to me. I think this picture shows me at the first day in Eindhoven. For me it was a good first year. Get to know new people, get to know the concept of the coach, so it was a good time for me playing with my teammates the first year. I think we could have done better for sure, especially in the Europe League. But I think if you consider all the obstacles and all the things that happened, especially with COVID, it was a good year, and I think we can improve and grow from the experience we had last year, and that's what we try to do. Yeah, when I look back on a picture, I mean, at that time I didn't start the game, but I don't know. I mean, I'm on a pitch. You never know if you get any minutes or if you don't play at all. So at that moment, it was clear that I will be playing the next minute. I mean, it was very late in the game. For me, it was just great to play, and I wanted to enjoy that moment and be on the pitch. Yeah, I was just lucky to get in a moment, to be involved in a goal, to score that goal was quite amazing, and I really enjoyed that moment to be part of that game, and even if in that moment I didn't know what's going to happen. if I see Miro here, I think he doesn't know what happened, but no, it was, for me, it was just a relief, I think, for the whole team, because that process and that the effort we gave like over the last years until that moment to get that trophy, I think this is what this moment is all about. So I was just happy to be a part of that tournament, and then to have that impact in the last game, to score that goal. It was just amazing to remember that moment and that tournament. I think when I look back, see all these pictures, look back on my career and go back to my youth, I never thought that I will be in that position right now. The things I experienced, the achievements I had, the time I spent the last years in professional football, it's just amazing, and I have never expected that in that way.